From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, August the 5th, 2019. A delegation of U.S. House Democrats arrived in Israel today. House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer is leading the 41-member trip, which is organized every non-election year by the American Israel Education Foundation, which is affiliated with pro-Israel lobby AIPAC and is meant for freshman Democrats. Hoyer wrote just ahead of the trip, "I am pleased to join so many House Democrats in traveling to Israel to reaffirm our support for a critical U.S. ally and to continue learning about the opportunities and the challenges facing Israel and the Middle East." He said seeing the region firsthand and meeting with key Israeli and Palestinian leaders gives members insights into a region that is vital both to our own national interests and to global security. The group will meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu as well as with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas. Also meeting young Palestinian entrepreneurs, Israeli civil society leaders, and peace activists. They will see Israel's borders with Lebanon and Syria, as well as a number of historical and cultural sites, including the Yad Vashem Holocaust Memorial. There was reportedly pressure on House members not to take part in the trip. The Jerusalem Post reports that Code Pink and If Not Now wrote letters and petitions urging a boycott of the Israel trip. Also saying that freshman Democrats Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Rashida Tlaib, and Ilhan Omar, who have been critical of Israel and of AIPAC, did not take part in the visit. Tlaib and Omar have said that they are planning their own trip to the quote-unquote occupied territories. A Republican delegation is expected in Israel on Friday. The two groups will hold a joint press conference next Sunday. Prime Minister Netanyahu addressed his cabinet meeting yesterday, expressing solidarity with the American people after the two horrific mass shootings this weekend in El Paso and in Dayton. Netanyahu shared the video on Twitter, saying, "On behalf of all government ministers and all citizens of Israel, I send condolences to the bereaved families, best wishes for recovery to the injured, and solidarity with the mourning of the American people." Two young Jewish teenagers wearing kippot were attacked after synagogue in Thornhill, a suburb of Toronto, on Saturday. The two, said to be 14 years of age, were approached as they were walking on the street by an 18-year-old who cursed at them and then punched one of them in the face, sending him to the ER. B'nai B'rith Canada CEO Michael Mostyn said it is inconceivable that Jewish families will be afraid to send their children to the park in a heavily Jewish neighborhood on the Jewish Sabbath. The York Regional Police Hate Crimes Unit is investigating. And in Minnesota, threatening anti-Semitic graffiti was found on the door of the Lake Harriet Upper School in Minneapolis, which included a swastika. This was on Thursday. In response, on Friday, students of the school created chalk street art to spread messages of love and acceptance, including the words, "All are welcome here." Israel's Ministry of Defense unveiled several prototypes of advanced armored vehicles and tanks and technologies yesterday, including a high-tech helmet known as Iron Vision, where cameras and sensors on the outside of the tank give the soldiers inside a 360-degree field of vision. A Defense Ministry spokesman said the goal is to make Israel's tanks more agile, effective, innovative, compact, and easy to maneuver, and ready for the combat field of the future, maintaining Israel's military edge. Well, yesterday marked 75 years since Anne Frank and her family were discovered by the Nazis after over 2 years of hiding. Nazi, German, and Dutch officials arrested the Franks and several others who were hiding with them on August the 4th of 1944. And the search for who possibly betrayed the Franks, giving up their location, continues today. National Geographic reports that the Cold Case Diary team includes 20 forensic criminology and data researchers who are working to narrow down the suspect list using advanced technologies. There is also, of course, the possibility that the Franks were found by chance. The findings of the team are expected to be published in a book next year. Researchers at Tel Aviv University have some promising news for the treatment and possibly prevention of skin cancer. Professor Sachi Fanero of the Laboratory for Cancer Research and Nanomedicine at Tel Aviv University led a research study developing a nano-vaccine, which has been successfully tested on mice in preventing the disease and also in delaying the progress of the disease. It was also tested on tissues taken from patients with melanoma brain metastases with promising results. The hope is the vaccine will soon go to clinical trial. The Israeli team's research was published today in Nature Nanotechnology magazine. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS from Monday, August the 5th at 7 o'clock, it's The Wisdom of Dr. Ruth. At 7:30, Jonathan Brent talks about the history and mission of the YIVO Institute for Jewish Research to the French Bishop Delegation of French Catholic clergymen. At 8, Russian-American female writers address how the immigrant experience has impacted their lives and their work in a program of the Russian-American Foundation with the New York Post and the Tenement Museum. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with author Tuvia Tenenbaum on L'chaim. At 10, a look at the films of Mel Brooks. And coming up right after this newscast, The Jewish World. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, August the 5th, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader.